They say the seventh floor was never quiet. Long before the smell of popcorn, ticket stubs, and late-night movie crowds, there was another kind of waiting room. A clinic, a locked lift lobby, and a story staff were told not to repeat. The version repeated by former mall workers is always similar. Before the cinema occupied the floor, a gynecological clinic allegedly operated there. Some claimed it performed abortions. Others said the story was exaggerated after the cinema opened and strange things began happening in the halls. No newspaper clipping proves it. No official plaque mentions it. But the rumor survived because the stories did. The earliest accounts did not begin inside the theater. They began near the toilets. Cleaners reportedly heard soft crying after closing. Not loud, not dramatic. Just a thin, exhausted sound coming from the last cubicle. When they opened it, there was no one inside. Only the tap running, and the mirror fogged from the inside. One story that circulated online described a strange booking pattern. A row of seats appearing unavailable, a nearly empty screening, and the feeling that someone was already sitting there. Cinema staff in urban legends often describe the same things. Doors opening after the final show, baby-like crying from empty halls, and small handprints appearing on glass panels cleaned only minutes earlier. The clinic story gave the haunting a reason. People said the cries were not random. They belonged to what had been left behind. But folklore often grows around places of silence. Hospitals, funeral homes, abandoned schools, and rooms where people made decisions they never spoke about again. The stories become more specific during the 7th lunar month. In Singapore, many families still observe Hungry Ghost Month with offerings, incense, and caution around night activities. In this version, the cinema became colder after midnight. A projectionist allegedly heard a baby crying through the speaker system before the film started. The audio file was checked. There was nothing on it. Several tellings mention a woman, not floating, not screaming, just standing near the side exit. Viewers thought she was staff. Staff thought she was a customer. But when the lights came on, she was gone. The strange part was the seat directly beside the aisle. It was always wet. Not spilled soda, not rainwater, just cold, clear water. The lift story is the one workers remember most. After closing, staff would press ground, but the lift stopped at 7. The doors opened to an empty corridor. No customers, no cleaners, no sound except the air conditioning. Then, from somewhere beyond the cinema doors, a woman's voice whispered, "Not yet." In the most repeated version, security reviewed the CCTV. At 2:17 a.m., the corridor was empty. At 2:18, the lift doors opened. No one came out. But on the cinema camera, something moved between the seats. Small, low to the ground, too fast to identify. The file was allegedly deleted before morning briefing. Maybe the clinic was real. Maybe it was only a story built around an uncomfortable silence. But every haunting needs 3 things: a place, a memory, and people willing to listen when the building starts speaking. On the 7th floor, some say the cinema is not haunted by the dead. It is haunted by what was never acknowledged. And if you ever watch a late show there, count the seats in your row. Then count them again when the lights go out.